everyone, and welcome to the second anniversary special of Zigwheels with me, Serena Dararam. Well, we decided to make the most of the monsoon season and come to Ambi Valley, to 19 degrees north, in fact, which offers a whole range of adventure sports. So while I go check out the place, why don't you check out what's on the show?
We list out the best cars to be behind this monsoon. It's raining ATVs and we head out to Ambi Valley to check out what's on offer.
Mahesh, you have not mentioned
Adil's here to help you with your monsoon woes and all the action from the world of motorsport.
Well, as you can clearly see, the monsoon is here. There's a great breeze, great weather, but of course there are downsides to the monsoon, and that being floods. So if you feel that you are trapped at home, fear not, fret not. The Zigwheels team has compiled a list of the best cars to take around during the wet season. Check it out.
The sound of thunder shouldn't be a reason for you to not hit the wide open wet road. There's something about cruising along with rain clouds above. And when you're behind the right set of wheels, that something can only be summed up as pure bliss. So in no particular order, we decided to put together a list of the best cars to be behind the wheel on this monsoon. For a feeling of being at the right place at the right time, the X5 from BMW definitely marks the spot. A driver's car for the right kind of weather. Called a sports activity vehicle by its makers, the X5 revels in all kinds of terrain. Whether it's wet or slushy, the Big X has a taste for the out of the ordinary.
As BMW's slogan says, joy is BMW. Now let me tell you where that joy comes from. It doesn't come from following a BMW in traffic. That makes you jealous. It doesn't come from being face to face with a BMW. That again makes you jealous. It comes from being behind the steering wheel of a BMW.
It sets the standards in driving dynamics, combining more than ever before the fascinating driving experience that BMW is known for. Available in two variants, the X-Drive 50i petrol for 69.5 lakhs ex-Delhi and the X-Drive 30D diesel will have to part with 52.99 lakhs. Well, when it comes to BMW, the joy of driving is in the rain. For those that like the big butch look when it comes to their cars, Hyundai Santa Fe is a good option to step into. Powered by a grunty engine, it's the perfect way to explore the wild and make your own track, weather permitting or not. It's got a comfy interior that's also spacious and has tons of space for the little things that pile up during those drives in the rain. Ford's Endeavour is a car that lives up to its name, endeavoring anything you throw at it. Forget the wet roads, this big brute will pull through a near raging river, offering fantastic ground clearance to overcome the odd rock or two if you decide to take it off the beaten path. 4x4 capability coupled onto a good auto box means most miles per off-road mile. So even if you're confined to driving in the city, the Endeavour gives you that fantastic feeling of being above it all, even in the pouring rain. When it comes to getting back to the basics of off-roading, whether in the wet or not, one Indian Jeep stands out loud and clear. The Mahindra Thar.
I must admit that this Thar has its own place in a terrain like this, and any MPV is known as a Jeep in this country, which is very wrong. So I think this concept will be changing very soon, and the Jeep will get its own place again when they say the Jeep means a four-wheel drive off-roader.
If you prefer function to form, then the Thar scores high points. An MM540 body with a 2.5-litre CRDE engine and a Borg Warner transfer case for the 4x4 version, the focus of this car is clear, retro and rugged. It can conquer almost anything that you'd want to try to get stuck into thanks to its wall of torque. Built for purpose, the Thar costs 5.99 lakhs ex-showroom for the top-end 4x4 version. Perfect if you like it wet and wild. The Grand Vitara from Suzuki is another great ride for the wet roads. Uprated on the power scales as opposed to its previous avatar, the Grand Vitara is that much more fun in the wet. That full-time four-wheel drive system gives it a vice-like grip on the road, and it never threatens to catch you out.
There are two things I really like about the Grand Vitara. The first of them is that new powerful 2.4-liter engine. There's loads of power, extreme amounts of torque, which really helps you get through off-road situations very comfortably. And that actually is the second thing I like about the Grand Vitara as well. The switchable 4x4 modes, where you have 4H and 4L modes, which take you through any kind of terrain that you may throw at it.
Comfy seats, a good perch for the driver, and those handsome looks all work in its favor. For 16 odd lakhs ex-Delhi, it's one heck of a way to brace for the monsoons. Land Rover has been a name synonymous with tackling inclement weather, and in style that too. From soccer moms to football stars, it's a choice of vehicle to go about the urban and off-road tracks with ease and tons of panache. It has the ability to stand out in a crowd and seat a whole family without a hitch. Its unique terrain response system also watches over the road ahead, irrespective of what it's like. Snow, sand, water, nothing is out of the question for the Discovery 4. Add to that the TD V6 turbo diesel, and the only thing you'll have to worry about is how you want to cause a splash. To turn heads in the rain, look no further than the XC60 from Volvo. It's a car that makes you want it bad. The interiors are extremely well appointed, brushed aluminium, wooden finish, all the comforts of a luxury off-roader. It's got stunning good looks and a whole host of techno wizardry like ABS and EBD, radar and camera assist, automatic braking, active bending lights, roll stability control, side impact protection, rollover protection, whiplash protection, and a whole host of other safety features guaranteed to keep you in the dry. It's also something that will take you years to fully figure out. Go for it for that great off-roading ability that's always a sight to watch out for.
Well, I hope that list our Zigwheels team compiled made your decision easier as to what car to take out over the rainy season. But if you haven't made a decision yet, here's more time to think. We'll take a short break. We'll see you on the other side.
Coming up, we check out 19 degrees north in Ambi Valley and in the process flush it out on ATVs.